Namaste and welcome to Teacher Eri, your learning companion. Today we're diving into a fascinating English lesson titled Surprising Customs from your English book. In this lesson, we'll explore unique traditions and customs from around the world, from the streets of Japan to the villages of Nigeria. So grab your notebook, get comfy, and let's get started. Surprising customs. One thing that sets humans apart from other members of the animal kingdom is our propensity to develop customs and traditions around everything from beauty rituals to death customs. हामी मानिसहरूलाई जनावरहरूबाट अलग बनाउने विशेषता भनेको नै हामीमा विभिन्न परम्पराहरू अपनाउने प्रवृत्ति यानि कि प्रोपेन्सिटी हो। मानिसहरू सौन्दर्य परम्परादेखि मृत्युसम्मका रीतिथितिहरू बनाउन मन पराउँछन्। यही कारणले गर्दाखेरि संसारमा हजारौं प्रकारका संस्कृतिहरू विकास भएका छन्। यो सब सिभिलाइजेसनको सुरुवातबाट नै हुँदै आएको हो, यानि कि यो सब सभ्यताको सुरुदेखि नै हुँदै आएको हो। No doubt, one important aspect of just about any given culture is its code of etiquette and a sense of identity. प्रत्येक कल्चर यानि कि संस्कृतिमा आफ्नो शिष्टाचार र पहिचान हुन्छन्। Here are some astonishing customs from around the world. यहाँ संसारमा भएका अचम्मका संस्कारहरूमध्ये केही amazing, astonishing customs, अचम्मको संस्कारहरू दिएको छ। Surprising custom 1. Pointing with lips. While gestures of the hand are often subject to customary variation across cultures, few can claim this wonder extends to expressions of the mouth. संस्कृति अनुसार हातको इशाराहरू फरक हुने गर्दछन्, तर मुखबाट गर्ने इशाराहरूमा विविधता छैनन्। In Nicaragua, it is common to point with the lips instead of the thumb or index finger like the majority of the world. तर ओठको इशारालाई असाधारण मानिन्छ, odd मानिन्छ। In Nicaragua, it is common to point with lips instead of the thumb or index finger like the majority of the world. संसारमा प्रायजसो मानिसहरूले औँलाले इशारा गर्दछन्, तर निकारागुआमा औँलाको सट्टाले लिप्स यानि कि ओठले इशारा गर्दछन्। Wondering just how exactly a person points with their lips? ओठले पनि कसरी इशारा गर्छ भन्ने कुरा तपाईं सोच्दै हुनुहुन्छ? It all starts by puckering up. The lip point is typically used in conversation to indicate something that is happening nearby. ओठको इशारा ओठहरूलाई चुचो पारेर सुरु हुन्छ। यो इशारा कन्भर्सेसन यानि कि कुराकानीको क्रममा नजिकै के भइरहेको छ भन्ने कुरा देखाउनका लागि प्रयोग हुन्छ। Surprising custom 2. Tipping. Another odd custom associated with the United States is its tipping culture. United States यानि कि अमेरिकामा टिपिङ कल्चर बक्सिस दिने चलन छ, जसलाई अनौठो मानिन्छ। Unlike many countries that don't tip at all or who only tip in a small amounts when the food was particularly good, tipping is rather mandatory at most restaurants in the US. धेरै कन्ट्रीहरूमा, धेरै देशहरूमा बक्सिस दिँदैन अथवा खानेकुराहरू धेरै मिठो भयो भने टिप थोरै दिन्छ, तर अमेरिकाको प्रायजसो रेस्टुरेन्ट्सहरूमा टिपिङ दिने कल्चरलाई अनिवार्य मानिन्छ, यानि कि टिपिङ दिनै पर्छ, बक्सिस दिनै पर्छ। कहाँ? अमेरिकाको प्रायजसो रेस्टुरेन्ट्सहरूमा। In fact, it is expected that patrons leave between 10 to 20% of the bill in tips. In fact, खासमा भन्नुपर्दा patrons or customers or clients यानि कि ग्राहकहरूले जम्मा उठेको बिल मध्ये 10 देखि 20% चाहिँ टिपमा छोडिदिन पर्छ। Further, There are rules for tipping bartenders, delivery people, and other service personnel. यसको अलावा बारटेन्डर्स, डेलिभरी पिपल हैन डेलिभरी गर्ने मानिसहरू अथवा सेवा सुविधा प्रदान गर्ने मानिसहरूलाई टिप दिने रुल्सहरू पनि छन् अथवा नियमहरू पनि छन्. While some criticize this practice as irrational, there's no doubt that tipping culture in the US gives an incentive for waiters and waitresses to provide better service. केही मानिसहरूले टिपिङ कल्चरलाई इरेसनल यानि कि अर्थहीन भनेर क्रिटिसाइज गरेको छ. तर यो टिपिङ कल्चरले वेटर्स र वेट्रेसेसहरूलाई राम्रो सेवा सुविधा प्रदान गर्नका लागि प्रेरणा पनि दिएको छ. Surprising custom 3. Slurping. Most societies around the world have rules about table etiquette. संसारमा प्रायजसो समाजहरूमा टेबल एटिकेट यानि कि टेबल म्यानर बारे रुल्स नियमहरू हुन्छन्. फर वेस्टर्न कल्चर्स नोइजली कन्ज्युमिङ फुड इज कन्सिडर्ड रुड. वेस्टर्न कल्चरमा यानि कि पश्चिमी देशहरूमा आवाज निकालेर खानेकुरा खानुलाई रुड मानिन्छ, संस्कारविहीन मानिन्छ. In Japan, however, making slurping sounds while eating has an entirely different meaning. तर जापानमा सुरुप गर्दै आवाज निकालेर खानुको एउटा फरक मिनिङ छ. This might have something to do with the fact that in Western countries, noodles are properly consumed by twirling them on a spoon before putting them in the mouth. Western countries, पश्चिमी देशहरूमा मानिसहरूले नुडल्सलाई स्पुन यानि कि चम्चीमा घुमाएर खान्छन्. Meanwhile, the Japanese simply slurp up their noodles without contorting them first, an act that is naturally noisier than the former. तर जापानिजहरूले नुडल्सलाई स्पुन अथवा फोर्कमा नघुमाइकन डाइरेक्टली सुरुप तान्दै खान्छन्, जुन चाहिँ स्पुनमा बटारेर खानुभन्दा नेचुरली अलिक ज्यादा आवाज निस्किन्छ. Making slurping sounds when eating noodles in Japan is a way of indicating that you're really enjoying them. जापानमा नुडल्स खाँदा आवाज निकाल्दै खानुलाई चाउचाउ खाँदा धेरै इन्जोय गर्दै खाएको कुरालाई जनाउने एउटा तरिका हो. Some scientists even argue slurping invites air into the palate and actually enhances the noodles flavor. कोही साइन्टिस्टहरूले यहाँसम्मको कुरा आर्ग्यु गरेको छ कि स्लर्पिङ गर्दै नुडल खाँदा अथवा नचबाइकन नबटारिकन सुरुक तान्दै आवाज निकाल्दै चाउचाउ खाँदाखेरि हामीहरूको प्यालेट यानि कि जिब्रोमा अझ स्वाद बढ्छ एन्ड एक्चुअली इन्हान्सेस द नुडल्स फ्लेभर. र यसरी स्लर्पिङ गर्दै खाँदाखेरि नुडल्सको फ्लेभरलाई अझ स्वादिलो बनाउँछ. Surprising custom 4. Kneeling or lying prostrate as greeting. For members of the Yoruba people, an ethnic group that largely resides in Nigeria, greeting rituals are taken quite seriously. Yoruba मानिसहरूको मेम्बर्सहरू जो नाइजेरियामा बस्ने ग्रुपहरू हुन्, त्यहाँ अभिवादन संस्कृतिलाई धेरै सिरियस रूपमा लिन्छ. This is especially true in regards to greeting elders. जब आफूभन्दा बुढापाकाहरूलाई अभिवादन गरिन्छ, त्यतिखेर यो अभिवादन गर्ने कुरालाई अझै धेरै सिरियस रूपमा लिन्छ. When an adult approaches, Yoruba youths are expected to drop to their knees in greetings. जब बडापाका मानिसहरू युवाहरूसँग भेट्छन्, योरुबाको युवाहरूले घोडा टेकेर उनीहरूलाई अभिवादन गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. More specifically, women kneel when greeting and men typically lie prostrate. अझ स्पष्ट रूपमा भन्नुपर्दा छोरी मानिसहरू घोडा टेकेर अभिवादन गर्छन् भने छोरा मान्छेहरू लम्पसार परेर ठुला बडाको अभिवादन गर्छन्. These gestures are a sign of respect and deference for the elders of the community. यो गेस्चर्स आफ्नो कम्युनिटीमा आफूभन्दा ठुला बडाहरूलाई दिने सम्मान हो। Interestingly, this custom is one that distinguishes Yoruba peoples from other ethnic groups in Nigeria, including the Bini and the Kalabari. योरुबा जातिको यो परम्पराले नाइजेरियाका अन्य जातिहरूबाट उनीहरूलाई फरक देखाउँछन्, जस्तै कि बिनी र कालाबारी जातिहरूभन्दा योरुबा पिपललाई उनीहरूको यो परम्पराले फरक देखाउँछन्। टाइम फर द एक्टिभिटी टास्क ए वर्ड मिनिङ। A. A natural desire. Answer. Propensity. A natural desire. Propensity. B. The rules of correct or polite behavior in society. Answer. Etiquette. The rules of correct or polite behavior in society. Etiquette. C. People who work in a bar serving drinks. Answer. Bartenders. People who work in a bar serving drinks. Bartenders. D. To become twisted. Answer. Contort. To become twisted. Contort. Task B. True or false? A. In Nicaragua, people prefer to point with their thumb. Answer. False. Because in Nicaragua, people prefer to point with their lips, not with thumb, but with lips. Hence, answer is false. B. Tipping is compulsory at most restaurants in the US. Answer. True. C. Contorting is less noisier than slurping. Answer. True. Look at this paragraph. Slurping. Slurping, suruk suruk garde आवाज निकालेर खानु. Okay, these lines. In Western countries, noodles are properly consumed by twirling them on a spoon before putting them in the mouth. Western countries यानी कि पश्चिमी देशहरूमा नुडल्सलाई स्पुनमा घुमाएर ट्विल गरेर अर कन्ट्रोल गरेर स्पुनले चाहिँ घुमाएर खान्छ। यसले यो भन्नु। नेक्स्ट, meanwhile the Japanese simply slurp up their noodles without controlling them first. सो जापानमा चाहिँ के गर्छ अरे, स्पुनमा नघुमाइकन, कन्ट्रोल नगरिकन अथवा ट्विल नगरिकन डाइरेक्टली सुरुर तानेर खान्छ भन्नु है। An act that is naturally noisier than the former. यो an act भनेको कुन हो? स्लर्पिङ अथवा स्लर्प। नुडल्सलाई स्लर्प गर्ने एक्ट चाहिँ के छ? नेचुरली नोइजियर, ज्यादा आवाज निकाल्ने छ। देन द फर्मर भनेको के हो त? कन्ट्रोलिङ अथवा ट्विर्लिङ, अगाडिको भन्दा पछाडिको एक्ट, यानी कि कन्ट्रोलिङ अथवा ट्विर्लिङ भन्दा स्लर्पिङ चाहिँ के हुन्छ? इज नेचुरली नोइजियर भन्दैछ। That is why answer is true. D. People from the West take noodles by twisting them on a spoon. यो वेस्ट भनेको वेस्टर्न कन्ट्रिज, एन्ड दिस इज ट्रू। वेस्टर्न कन्ट्रिजको मानिसहरूले नुडल्स खाँदाखेरि स्पुनमा घुमाउँछ, ट्विस्ट गर्छ अनि मात्रै खान्छ भन्दैछ। E. The Bini and the Kalabari are ethnic groups of Nigeria. Answer. True. Task C. Question answer. A. What makes a group of people different from others? Possible answer. The propensity to develop customs, traditions, and rituals makes a group of people different from others. Again, the propensity to develop customs, traditions, and rituals makes a group of people different from others. B. What is the unique tradition of Nicaragua? Answer. Pointing with lips is the unique tradition of Nicaragua. Pointing with lips is the unique tradition of Nicaragua. What is a positive aspect of tipping culture? Possible answer. A positive aspect of tipping culture is it gives incentives to waiters and waitresses. D. Why do Japanese make slurping sounds while eating noodles? Possible answer. Japanese makes slurping sounds while eating noodles to indicate that they are really enjoying them. E. How do Yoruba people greet their elders? Possible answer. Yoruba women kneel and men lie prostrate while greeting their elders. Task D. Which of the above customs did you find more interesting? Share it with your friends. Answer. I found the custom of pointing with lips in Nicaragua the most surprising and interesting. In most cultures, people use their fingers or hands to point at something. However, in Nicaragua, people use their lips to gesture instead. This is not something we usually see, and I think it's fascinating how such a simple action can vary so much from one place to another. It shows how diverse human communication can be without even speaking. I would feel shy doing this in public, but for them, it's completely normal. This custom helped me realize how cultural practices shape our body language too. Grammar 2, Task A. Choose the following sentences in indirect speech from the list to match with the sentences in direct speech in the table below. A. The new pupil said to me, "Are you a class captain?" And answer. The new pupil asked me if I was a class captain. Again, the new pupil asked me if I was a class captain. B. Samir asked Rohan, "Have you finished reading my book?" Answer. Samir asked Rohan whether he had finished reading his book. C. I asked the teacher, "Has the book been translated into Nepali?" Answer. I asked the teacher whether the book had been translated into Nepali. D. Has the bus to Kathmandu already left? I said to a woman next to me. Answer. I asked the woman next to me if the bus to Kathmandu had already left. E. Should I write the story again? Barsha asked her teacher. Answer. Barsha asked her teacher if she should write the story again. Task B. Change the following sentences into indirect speech. Task B is about changing direct speech into indirect speech of yes-no question. Look, did you watch the cricket match on television last night? Or see, are you coming home with me? So these are yes-no question. Did you? Are you? Do you? Have you? So these all are yes-no questions. In order to do this task, we need to know the structure and some rules of changing direct speech into indirect speech. So first, the structure. Reporting verb plus if or whether plus subject plus verb, and if there is adverb, then adverb. Again, reporting verb plus if or whether plus subject plus verb plus adverb. And another rule, question mark will be removed. It means yes no question will be changed into statement. Question लाई हामीले केमा लिन्छौं स्टेटमेन्टमा यानी कि सेन्टेन्समा. अब डिड यु वाच द क्रिकेट म्याच अन टेलिभिजन लास्ट नाइट क्वेशन मार्क. यहाँ के छ क्वेशन. अब मुनि हेर्नु भयो भने के भयो इफ आई ह्याड वाच्ड द क्रिकेट म्याच अन टेलिभिजन द प्रिभियस नाइट. Question changes to statement or sentence. And next rule, we will change the tense. Remember the back shift of the tense. हाम्रो tense को change. Tense पनि के हुन्छ change हुन्छ. जस्तै कि अब did you watch भनेको के हो simple past. Simple past को अब tense केमा change भयो had plus watched. Had plus verb 3 भनेको past perfect. Simple past केमा change भयो past perfect. And then rule 3, pronouns will be changed according to the subject. Subject अनुसार pronouns पनि के हुन्छ change हुन्छ. जस्तै यहाँ हेर्नु है did you watch भन्दैछ. अब यहाँ के भयो if I had, so you changed to I. So remember the pronoun change as well. Next, adverbial change. अब यहाँ adverbs पनि change हुन्छ. जस्तै यहाँ के छ last night भनेको थियो. अब यसमा के भयो previous night. Let me give you the chart of tense change. Direct speech tense, indirect speech tense. Present simple to past simple. Present continuous to past continuous. Present perfect to past perfect. Past simple to past perfect. Past continuous to past perfect continuous. Will to would. Can to could. May to might. And must to had to. Must had to. Now, chart of pronoun change. Direct, indirect. I, he, she. You, I, he, she, they, depending on speaker. We, they. May, my, his, her. Our, their. Next, adverbial changes. Direct speech to indirect speech. Today changes to that day. Tomorrow, the next day or following day. Yesterday, the previous day. Now, then. Here, there. This, that. These, those. Next week, the following week. Last night, the previous night. Okay, these are the rules. Okay, now let's continue. B. Are you coming home with me? He said. Answer. He asked if I was coming home with him. Look, are you coming? Present continuous. Present continuous changes to past continuous. Was coming. Is MR plus ing to was were plus ing. So was coming home with him. So are you coming home with me? Me केमा चेन्ज भयो हिममा किन ही हो नि त उसले सोध्दैछ मसँग जाने हो भनेर. That is why. C. Do you really come from India? Said the prince. Answer. The prince asked. यो asked के हो त? Reporting verb. अगाडि हामीसँग के चाहियो? Reporting verb. Structure याद गर्नु भएको हैन. Structure के थियो? Reporting verb plus if अथवा whether आउँछ. if को ठाउँमा whether लेख्दान भयो. त्यसपछि के आउँछ? सब्जेक्ट. सब्जेक्ट भनेको के छ यहाँ? I. त्यसपछि के छ? verb. had washed. यो भनेको के हो? verb हो. Then adverb if there is in the question. Next, continue. B. Are you coming home with me? He said. Answer. He asked if I was coming home with him. Look, are you coming? Present continuous. Present continuous changes to past continuous. Was coming. Is MR plus ing to was were plus ing. So was coming home with him. So are you coming home with me? Me केमा चेन्ज भयो हिममा किन ही हो नि त उसले सोध्दैछ मसँग जाने हो भनेर. That is why. C. Do you really come from India? Said the prince. Answer. The prince asked if I really came from India. Do you really come? Do plus verb 1. This is what? Simple present. अब simple present केमा चेन्ज हुन्छ? Simple past came. Verb 1 like केमा लाग्यो? Verb 2 finished. So answer is the prince asked if I really came from India. D. Have you anything to say? Said the judge finally. Answer. The judge finally asked if I had anything to say. The judge finally asked. यो asked के हो हाम्रो reporting verb. अब प्लस हामीलाई के चाहियो? if अथवा whether. So if लेखेँ मैले. Then subject I. अब यहाँ के भयो? have भनेको simple present. Simple present केमा चेन्ज हुन्छ? Simple past. So have को simple past के हो? had. So if I had anything to say. E. She said to me, is he at home? Answer. She asked me if he was at home. यो त बुझिहाल्नु भयो. said to me केमा चेन्ज भयो? asked. यो के हो? reporting verb. त्यसपछि is he at home? यो is भनेको के हो? simple present. अब यसलाई केमा लागेको? simple past was. So answer. She asked me if he was at home. F. Usha says, can you solve the problem? Answer. Usha asked if I could solve the problem. Remember the chart? No, can changes to could. Next, G. Badri said to Asmita, will you visit me in Australia? Answer. Badri asked Asmita. You said to केमा चेन्ज भएको? Asked. यो के हो? Reporting verb. Now, हामीलाई के चाहियो? If अथवा whether. So I have written if. if त्यसपछि will you भनेको कसलाई रेफर गर्दैछ अस्मितालाई सो अस्मितालाई हामी के भन्छौं she त्यही भएर यहाँ she भएको so will changes to would will केमा चेन्ज भएको would then visit him in Australia Badri asked Asmita if she would visit him in Australia Question H Radhika said to Rebecca did you hear the noise Answer Radhika asked Rebecca if she had heard the noise Did you hear did plus verb 1 यो के हो त simple past केमा चेन्ज हुन्छ past perfect had plus verb 3 so did you hear the noise if she had heard the noise अब राधिकाले कसलाई सोधेको रेबेकालाई रेबेका भनेको के हो केटी त्यही भएर यु को सट्टा सी भएको यु भनेको रेबेकालाई रिफर गर्छ सो रेबेकालाई हामी सी भन्छौं I he said have you seen my hat Answer he asked if I had seen his hat so उसले डाइरेक्टली कसलाई सोध्दैछ मलाई किनभने यहाँ नेरी मान्छेको नाम छैन so if I had अब यु केमा चेन्ज भयो I have seen भनेको यो कुन टेन्स हो प्रेजेन्ट पर्फेक्ट टेन्स अब प्रेजेन्ट पर्फेक्ट टेन्स केमा चेन्ज हुन्छ पास्ट पर्फेक्ट भनेको had plus verb 3 so had seen had seen then his had अब my had भनेको कसको had हो उसको had त्यही भएर अब हामीले उसको भन्दाखेरि his had भएको J he said to me does he come or not Answer he asked me अब यहाँ मैले weather लेखे if को सट्टा weather लेखे he asked me whether he came or not so does he come भनेको केमा छ simple present changes to simple past so come changes to came verb 2 come verb 1 came verb 2 K Rohan said to me did you spill the milk on the floor Answer Rohan asked me if I had spilled the milk on the floor so simple यहाँ के भयो Did you spill भनेको simple past अब simple past केमा चेन्ज हुन्छ past perfect had plus verb 3 L The pilot said to the air hostess have the passengers fastened their seat belts Answer The pilot asked the air hostess if the passengers had fastened their seat belts So simple यहाँ के भयो have fastened भनेको present perfect अब केमा चेन्ज भयो past perfect had verb 3 had fastened Task C Imagine that you met a friend after 2 years He or she asked you the following questions Reply to them A Are you fine? Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. B How is your family? They are all good. Thanks for asking. C Have you had breakfast? Not yet. I'll have later. D What are you doing now? I'm currently studying. E Are you playing chess or not? No, I'm not playing chess these days. F Do you need any good books? Yes, I'd love some recommendation. G Can you share your future plan? Yes, of course. I'm planning to go abroad for higher studies. H Why don't you come to meet me? I'm coming soon. Just waiting for a free day. These are sample answers. You can add your own answers. Free writing task. Writing 2. You have learned about some unusual and interesting customs and cultures of the world. Nepal is also rich in its unique customs and cultures. Write an essay on any one of the unique customs using the given outlines. Introduction, time to celebrate, historical and cultural values, community observing it, activities of celebration, your opinions, conclusion. And here is the sample answer. Sample answer Essay Gai Jatra The Festival of Cows First introduction Nepal is a country rich in festivals and customs. Among them, Gai Jatra is one of the most unusual and interesting festivals. Next, time to celebrate. It is celebrated in the month of Bhadra, especially in Kathmandu Valley. Historical and cultural values. The festival started during the time of King Pratap Malla, who wanted to help his queen recover from grief after the death of their son. Community observing it. The Newar community observes it with great enthusiasm. Activities of celebration. People dress in funny costumes and parade through the city with cows or children dressed as cows. It is both a memorial and a day of laughter. My opinion? I think Gai Jatra teaches us to accept death as a part of life and to deal with sorrow through laughter and unity. Conclusion. Gai Jatra is a festival that reflects both tradition and emotional strength. It's truly one of the most unique customs of Nepal. Well, that wraps up our lesson on surprising customs. We learned how customs shape cultural identity and how different societies express respect, enjoyment, and communication in their own special ways. If you found this video helpful, then please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more educational content. Remember, today a reader, tomorrow stay curious and keep learning.